That's right, we are indeed.
All right, let's get into this. Zath, talk to me about the SCCC lineup.
All right, switching gears to SCCC, we've got Ohio, Yamato, triple Des Moines. All
Interesting.
right, double gearing, Z52, and Kleber. What do we got for star?
Opposing them from the south spawn is Ohio, Yamato, double Venezia, Des Moines, also a 4-destroyer build here for star, gearing Marceau, Z52, and Shimakaze. We know where the Z52s are going, Zath.
Now, Nito did a brilliant job on this map yesterday, if I
He
recall
did.
correctly, with the Z52. So we'll have to see, is that Hydra going to come into play again? I'm sure it will. Who's going to play it best?
Yeah, he did
That's the
indeed.
question.
But what's interesting to me is that he very, very much got kind of outplayed by Fuzzballs at the B cap on the last map. And Fuzz,
Yep.
of course, now going to be the guy opposing him again in the B cap here in the middle of the board. It's going to be interesting to see how that plays out, right? I'm really curious to watch this all unfold. Now,
It's almost like NBA reference. They're going into like man-on-man defense instead of zone defense
indeed,
here.
indeed. Now, Star setting up exactly on the right flank over here at the C cap, just like we saw them do yesterday, set up to kite with the Yamato, the Shimakaze, and Fioda's Venezia. They're sending Ohio, gearing Des Moines and Venezia to the A cap, and Nascimento doing what he did last time, kind of playing flex destroyer. They have been sending the Marceau kind of out here on the flank, almost mirroring the position of DevGogo's Des Moines there on the northeastern corner.
Yep. And we see SCCC doing a bit of a, I guess you could say balanced. I mean, this is pretty much what we normally see, right? They send a few ships to A. The bulk of the forces are B and C.
Yep.
And you can see Devogogo going to where you would expect a Des Moines to play.
Indeed. Radar going up now, finding Nito in the cap. Yamamoto's Kleber way over on the 8 line, probably looking to see if he can get shots in on Nito while he's radared. And sooner or later, that radar will probably switch to Fuzzball's Hydro. But not before Nito bags the cap.
Interesting.
It is interesting to me a little bit that Fuzz is kind of declining to take this engagement early. But he does have a little more close support there than Nito does.
Yes. But look at Nascimiento's position right now. He's kind of getting ready to go, but he knows that there's a Des Moines up there, and I'm sure he doesn't want to deal with
There we
that right
go.
now.
Fuzzballs now has his Hydro up. Nito locked up on that 6-kilometer German Hydro. Battleship differences, Des Moines just shelling him from long range. As now the counter Hydro going out, Nascimento shells going out on Fuzzballs.
And yep.
Lots of shells going out on Fuzzballs,
Yeah.
as even the Ohio's taking a pot shot.
I just zoomed out for a sec so we can all appreciate the crisscross action of all these shells just flying everywhere.
And yet
Forget the ships, just look at the shells.
All of that and not a single point of damage to Fuzzballs, as Nito's now getting down almost towards half HP.
Wow.
I don't think he can stay there, Zath. We saw this yesterday. Who was it we watched? They dropped a destroyer in here, and he just sat here for minutes upon minutes until he was dead. It was a Marceau.
It was a GGWP Marceau. GGWP.
Yeah. And I think it was this match, wasn't it? It was their Marceau on this map.
Yes, except it was on the other side. It was on the north side of this island.
He was on the north side of the island, and he just sat there until he was dead.
Yep. All right, Nito Klaus now trying to get out. Star's buddies trying to shell Fuzzballs and push him back. Some suppressing fire.
Some really, really good torpedoes coming in on Nito's port side too. That's gonna change how he can maneuver, trying to escape this long-range Hydro. Fuzzball's finally starting to give up a little bit of HP himself, but Nito's just getting absolutely hammered. He's going to go out, Zath. He's on double fires.
Oh.
He's out.
Absolutely.
Big early kill for SCCC here. They obviously came in here with a plan of how they were going to deal with that Z52, executing it to perfection.
Yeah, that's twice now. I think the SCCC has analyzed Star's games that we've been casting, and they realize how important that Z52 is.
Yeah, I agree.
For Star, and realizing they have to neutralize that threat.
And in both games, he's been the first kill. And
exactly.
And to me, it's both. Yes, it's interesting, but I think it's also a testament to, like you said, you do enough research on your opponent, you realize this is a key component of how these guys, work around the field and their strategy. So let's simply find a way to deny that to them. And They have done so.
Absolutely. Set 52 doesn't have a heal, you know, so every little bit you chunk on it, it sticks.
One of the things that's interesting, Zath, we very commonly see teams try to shove a cruiser in up against this little island over on the 1 line near the A cap.
Hmm.
Neither team interested in doing that here.
Well, the difference, though, I think Battleship Difference having to stop and shell Nito Kloss there at B, he very well might have been there had that engagement not occurred.
True.
Oh, we don't know, of course, right? But and then, of
Well,
course, same thing for Lord Lauren doing the same, trying to help his teammate out against Fuzzballs and Devagogo.
everything coming up SCCC here in Game 2. Up a ship, up 2 caps, ticking up points with nothing opposing them at the moment. Camphor taking a torpedo, a torpedo south of A.
Yep.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say the same thing. I think we're watching the same game.
Yep. Just kind of looking over the A cap here. I keep looking at the A cap thinking if Star's going to make a play, it needs to be here, right? They have 3 ships in the immediate vicinity. Battleship Difference's radar will be able to pick up X100's gearing as soon as he steps onto the cap, but they can't keep him out of the cap forever, right? The best they can do is hope to cost him some HP.
Now, the thing is, as soon as he goes in, we're probably going to see that tripwire Battleship Difference popping his radar, and I'm sure X100 is ready for this.
It'll be shells from the Yamato and the gearing that'll have to drive him out.
Yes.
Lord Lauren puts up his radar preemptively. They want to make sure they know what's in the area. Let's look at this from their perspective for a moment. There we go.
There's Battleship Difference's radar.
Yep, there's the counter battle radar.
No.
I was going to say, look at the torpedo salvo coming in for X100. Oh, no. This could be catastrophic. He's got to try and find a gap. He's going to take at least one of these right in the bow. Brilliant torpedo salvo from Everett. Once again, the SCCC destroyers just playing better.
He would have been fine, but he popped that engine in for a second after seeing Marin's AP shells coming in. I think he said, I got to get out of here.
Star trying a bit of a desperation push, it feels like here. Trying to use Yugito's Venezia and smoke him right into the bottom into the B cap. Accompanied by Nascimento's Marceau.
Unfortunately, radar exists.
Well, it does. He's actually going to bail out of there very quickly. I like the tactics. They kind of used the Venezia smoke to kind of help the Marceau sneak in, it felt like. But now the Marceau's in here all by himself. They got Yamamoto's Kleber to fire, but the Venezia salvo misses. SCCC just trading really well here. They know they don't have to do much, but just kind of hold the line.
Yep. And if you look at it, I mean, they're set up to counter pretty much anywhere in the map.
Yeah. If you're Star, you're kind of you expected to not have to push C. So there's nothing over there that really kind of gives you the ability to do that. They're finally onto A now. X100 back into the bottom into the A. And I think if you're SCCC, probably just go ahead and let them have it. I mean, you've got a 300-point lead. There's only 8 minutes gone. You've got plenty of time.
Camphor's going to take another torpedo salvo from Everett. He's going to take 2?
No, just
1?
Yeah, just the one. Just the one. Once again, SCCC's destroyers just doing fabulous work here. Star does finally bag a cap. That stems the bleeding a little bit, but they're still not really gaining ground. They're just lengthening the amount of time that they... And actually, they're not even really lengthening the amount of time they're in the game. Just gives them some positive points to work with.
Makes them feel a little bit good about the situation.
It does. And like I said, if you're SCCC, you probably just let them have that. It's not worth risking your ship or health unnecessarily to prevent that play because it doesn't really hurt you.
Yep. Now, this smoke laid by Everett allowing Battleship Difference to start open watering in the Des Moines. Maybe a little on the cheeky side, but at this point...
Very much so. But I mean, look how Camphor's in trouble, right? They're going to have to pull him way back off the cap. Healing and
Yep, that
burning.
torpedo he took means he had a DCP.
Yep. And now the Des Moines doing really good work. Radar going up, trying to catch battleship in that smoke, but they don't. They catch gearing.
No.
I'm sorry, they catch Everett's gearing, but that's all they can see.
Yeah, that's a brilliant smoke right there, just
that
outside of radar range.
That is such a well-coordinated play, Zath. That is brilliant. You're looking at a team that has so obviously come in and done their homework and planned out these kinds of maneuvers.
Mm-hmm.
And you notice, Zath, they banned Nevsky, they banned Moskva. Now this is the two different teams, of course, but with Nevsky and Moskva out, the only 12-kilometer radar you can bring is Stalingrad, and we saw how they manhandled the Stalingrad last game.
Yep.
So now if you're Star, both teams really, you're forced into having to stick to the 10-kilometer American radar in some form or other, or even the Salem's little T-Rex radar that you love so much. and that really does make it a challenge, right? That 12-kilometer Russian radar makes a big difference, but 2/3 of that is on the ban list in this match.
Well, and let's remember, it might not have the length, but it has the duration with that extra, 30, 40 seconds of uptime?
Yep. Nascimento,
on the Des Moines?
Yes. Nascimento making a fatal mistake here, beaching, trying to escape focus fire. Can they still see him? No. Now they can.
He's ducked on fire. Out. They can see him.
Well, he ducked out of detection, and then they caught him on fire again, and that led him back up, and he'll be out momentarily. They lost their Yamato, and there he goes.
Yeah, that was another torpedo salvo.
These SCCC
defiant set of torps.
Yeah, these SCCC destroyers are just putting on a torpedo clinic. So good.
Captain Benevolent Fair now obviously is under. Did he take a torp?
No, I don't think so. I think maybe he did. I don't think he did.
Well, either way, I mean, 27 seconds until over.
It's just like game one. It's been all SCCC, basically wall to wall here. Benevolent Fair trying to pick up the C cap, but if you're SCCC, you kind of don't care. Just let them. You win in seconds without it. It's just not necessary to take. It's not necessary to take foolish risks at this stage of the game.
Nope.
There it is.
And that'll do it.
SCCC going up 2-0, well on their way to North American Finals.
Forces a do-or-die situation for Star.
Absolutely. Star basically, every game now is a must-win for them.
That's right.